We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top. New level. On my level, don't see anybody. I don't see him. This right here could never stop. This could never stop. Hey, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Hey, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Hey, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Hey, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. One time, hey. I live on the job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they tryna stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts.
What about equal rights and justice?
To hell with equal rights.
Right. Listen, equal rights and justice are repatriation.
Why don't we want to be above? Why don't we only want to be equal?
Right.
Why don't we be equal with the pale-faced red man? You know why you want to do that? Because you've been in bondage all your life. You know what? You know when you say, when a black man says, I want to be equal. When a black man says, I want equal rights, you're admitting you're Listen to me, Shango. When a black man says, I want equal rights.
A white man deserves more than I do. Me and a white man do a job, and he deserves more than I.
Listen to me. When a black man says, I want equal rights, you're admitting unconsciously that you are a slave and you on the bottom.
Right.
You should want more than that.
Right. I don't want more than my equal share. Everyone was created equal. So why? I know that.
Who told you that?
And you have to seek the knowledge. We physically, we created equal.
You think a black man is created equal to a white man?
We are
hell no. We ain't equal to no Chinese. We ain't equal to no Arabs. You know why?
Almighty created.
Look at white man, Shango. If all men were created equal, white men wouldn't have said, go get those black people to work in these hot ass fields.
Bring it up!
We ain't equal.
Right.
We are greater than them.
We're not equal. They make we think we are not equal.
Deuteronomy 7:6. Listen to me, Shango. I tell you why you won't be equal, because you won't believe them.
Right. Right.
You're mentally destroyed.
Teach.
That's what, because that right there
is a medicine. This is the healing of the nation. I bet you never know.
What disease you got?
What?
Huh? What disease you got? No, you said it's the healing of the nations. What disease you got?
We cannot see good. This good for good woman, plenty other things.
What disease you got, Shango?
This is a plan where the Almighty makes.
I understand that. What disease you got, Shango?
The greatest medicine this ever made.
What disease you got if it's medicine? Because you only take medicine when you're sick.
This is my medicine.
What disease you got?
Come on the earth, no pharmaceutical.
Deuteronomy 7:6. Listen to this, Shango. Listen to this right here, brother. Read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
The Israelites, the so-called African American whom God calls Judah, the so-called West Indians from Jamaica whom God calls Benjamin, which means son of the right.
Right.
Read on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Come to you, Theron. Now, did that just say that God chose the Israelites from the tribe of Judah to be equal or above all people? It said above.
Right.
So you say, God said, no, you're better than that.
Right.
Give me that in Genesis to show you what the herbs is really made for, Theron. You got to put that down. The reason why people smoke, drink in excess is because you're trying to escape reality.
Right. You want to
You're trying to escape reality.
Listen up. You want to stay in a robbery land and gain power over the people from the native people. You supposed to want to be up there in Africa.
But you just wanted to be equal.
Right.
Shango, make up your mind.
You don't want to rule here. This is robbery.
I understand that. Fire upon Babylon. I know that. But you just wanted to be equal.
Right.
Make up your mind, man.
Right.
You just wanted to be equal.
I can't take equality here because I'm in a strange land. This is not my true land.
Okay, I understand
I don't need to rule here. I need to rule back in Africa.
So why you crying about equal rights?
Bring it on.
You want more of what God got for you.
Right.
Read that in Genesis chapter 1 with verse 29. Now look at this. I'm going to show you what the herbs of the earth is really for. Read that.
Genesis chapter 1 verse 29. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed.
That's what you said. And the herb from the herb. Right? We read about this. Read.
Which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. So you, it shall be for meat.
For what?
For meat.
What do you do with meat?
Eat.
You eat it, right?
Eat.
So the herbs is for what?
Eat.
Why you smoking it? No. Shago, why you smoking it?
Bring it out!
Read it again.
When you eat it,
This is what we talk about. The Holy Scriptures make you wise, not what you think. Because when God says Negroes buck up, therefore, you know what God got? God said, I got something for you. Negroes, you think you right, you won't buck up? I'm going to put your ass in slavery, and I'm going to let the white man name you Jamaican.
Right.
I'm going to let the white man name you African American. You humble down and understand your ways ain't right.
Right.
It ain't right.
What kind of ways? You know
It ain't right. God's ways are right. Psalms 18 and 30. Hold that Genesis and we're coming back. I'm going to show you what's right, Quran. I'm going to show you what's right, and this is the way we got to go in. Psalm 18 verse 30.
The book of Psalms, chapter 18 and verse 30.
Bring it out!
As for God, his way is perfect.
God's way is what?
His way is perfect.
The problem is Shango think his way is better than God.
Right.
God said, I made the earth for meat, and you said out your own mouth, you eat meat, but you're smoking the herb.
Right.
And also eat and
You a
smoke it
liar.
also.
Shango, you lied on God.
Eat, smoke it and drink
You
it.
lied on God.
Eat, smoke and drink there.
Go back to Genesis 1:29.
Bring it out.
This is for you weed heads. And I don't know if you smoked around, if you ever had. God says it ain't for smoking.
Right.
Read that.
Genesis chapter 1 verse 29. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
Now listen to this, Shango. Read.
To you it shall be for meat. For meat.
For what?
For meat.
Shango is for meat, not for smoking.
Listen, if you know the artist of the century.
We do. We got a school
You know,
that's not too far from here.
you know the
And give
artist
me
of the
that
century.
10 and 25. I'm going to show you about that before we go. You from the tribe of Judah, so God has requirements for you as an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
One of those things is not to smoke the herb.
Right.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
I spread message of the world. All of them are Rasta smoke ganja straight.
Earlier I read about the scriptures make you wise, right? That is how you become wise, when you gather with other brothers that know more than you.
Right.
If you stay out there by yourself, you'll go off into any kind of understanding that fits your own lust and desire.
Right.
God says you got to come around other people so iron can sharpen iron. You can grow spiritually, and then you can come out and gather your people together in the last days before they break the drink before the Lord comes.
Right.
Read that again.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as he sees the day approaching.
That's why we tell brothers that have an inkling of interest of, if the light is turned on, okay, you're right, I ain't African. You're right, we did go to slavery. The Bible did say it. It did mention it word for word. He's right. Then you got to get with other brothers so you are not forsaking the assembly, and they can exhort you to come out of whatever sin it might be. It might be smoking. It might be fornication. Ain't nothing wrong with ain't nothing wrong with a woman, but she got to be your wife before you lay down with her. And you know what happens when you don't, when she's not your wife and you lay down with her, what happens to her? Huh? Sin, but what is the effects of us as black people laying down with women that ain't our wife in our community? What is happening to them? That first Ezra's 5, I think it's 26. Baby mamas, baby daddies. And then, and thus in turn, those children grow up to be gangbangers, thugs, robbers, killers, and it destroys our community because niggas ain't going to Aventura and shoot no people. They're going right here in these apartment complexes and shoot. Right? Read that in 2 Ezra 5 and 26 to show you. This is what happens when we ain't playing. 2 Ezra 5 and what is that? Right there. Yep, 5 and 8.
2 Ezra chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be all sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
You're not a family, you bring forth monsters. When you don't raise your kids in the laws of God, you bring forth monsters. Because there's only one of you, I don't know if you got kids, so it's only one of you, right? But they got 50 influences outside of you that are telling them to go do this, do that, be cool, smoke weed, and get drunk and whore out the women, right? So you got to bring them around so they can have multiple influences of what to do right. Not just by looking at you, because you're the first example in the home. But then when you bring them out, they coming around other righteous brothers that have the same mindset as you. Therefore, we watching your kids for you because they are family. Hey, boy, hey, stop it right there. Don't do that. You got the back turn. No, don't do that. That's because we family and we don't want to bring forth monsters. And that's one way of getting built up and getting exhorted. Also, when it comes to this. Now, have you ever heard this before, or is this your first time hearing that you was an Israelite? Okay, so have you ever brought this to your wife before? What's she say? Okay, so has she came out the past yet? I know she is. I know she is. And you know that's why, that's why God said, give that Hebrews 10:25 again. This is why you got to get around brothers. Read that.
Hebrews chapter 10 verse 25.
Bring it out.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
You gotta bring yourself in and bring your wife in so she can get built up and see other righteous examples.
Right.
Because she can't imagine herself looking beautiful in a dress for the rest of her life. But we all got wives out here, and they wear nothing dresses, and they fly in them too. It's just a way of, give me that Romans 12, and I think it's 2. It's just a part of being reborn again in your mind, but the first thing is, you got to set the example. You got to start changing yourself, and then she'll see changing you, because women are fathers. They meant to father. They are helpmeets. Whatever direction you going in, they going too. But they got to know that you serious and ain't taking no other damn option. It's hell or high water, we're going to keep these commandments because this is who we are. So read that, Romans 12 and 2.
Romans chapter 12 verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
That's what we got to do. We got to get around each other. But you got to change first, and then you'll see change in her. It might take some time, but it got to start in you. And one of those ways is what? What you see how all of us brothers is dressed. You've been watching online. Fringes. Right? So in order to get that done, you got to come around your other brothers so they can exhort you. It's different places. We got our own website called originalroyalty.com that you can go on. You got Joanne, you got Hobby Lobby, you got different places that you can go to. And once you get to those places, you got brothers around you that help put you over here, put you over there, and get you those feelings. What's your name, sis? Huh? Bree, what we are here teaching is that the blacks the Hispanics and Native Indians are actually the Israelites in the Bible. Have you ever heard that before, Bree? Okay, so what tribe would you come from? Okay, so what's your race? You black, right? Yeah. You black Haitian, black Caribbean, black American, what else? Caribbean. So look at this. This is what God calls West Indian blacks. That's a direction. Indian is slave and black is a color. There is no country color, right? God calls those people Benjamin in the Bible. Right. That's the God-given name for them. This is what happens with a lot of our people is that when we read the Bible, we are looking for modern names that were placed on us during slavery, and they're not in there because they ain't what God called us. God called you Benjamin. He calls Theron. What did he call you? He called him Judah.
What's the main point of it?
The main point of this is that when you wake up, give that in Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. Because you have to know who you are to know where you're going. That's just a fact. Like if you don't know who you are, you don't have a direction in life. Right. That's why I'm bringing it for you. That's one thing we gotta know. That we got names that don't mean nothing. We have no direction. That's why all of the prophets of the Bible, even Christ, his name meant Messiah. That shall save. That's what his name meant. That was his purpose in life. Right. We got names that don't mean nothing. Aquanetic. What the hell does that mean? Right. I got the why. That's what I'm saying. Stupid stuff like that. But names mean something because they identify who you are and they give you direction of where you're going. But this is why it's important. Baruch chapter 2, verse 30.
Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
That is us. The black people, Hispanic people, we stiff-necked. Stiff-necked means hard-headed. That means you can't, what do black people say whenever you try to tell them they're wrong? What's the #1 quote that black people say? Come on, Bree. I know you know it. Come on, Theron. What do black people say when you tell them they're wrong? Bring it out. What do they say, Bree? They say only God can judge me. Right. Don't you know that ain't even in the Bible? You know where it came from? Yeah. Tupac!
What scripture was that?
That's Baruch chapter 2, verse 30.
That's from the Holy Bible?
Yeah. The Holy Bible. Jesus, the King James Bible. Huh? He's a sinful, wicked Negro. Right.
It's a human.
So what you say, Preach?
What's the bigger picture other than knowing where I'm at?
Here we go. I'm going to finish it for you, but I just want to bring out that hard-headed. Read on.
But in the land of their captivity,
that's where we at.
That's the problem.
Your ancestors got dropped off in the Caribbean. Yours got dropped off way up here in America. Right? In the land of their captivity, read.
They shall remember themselves.
They are going to remember who they are. Right. Because this is the thing. You ask what's the matter, what's the point of it? Tell me, what is the heritage of a West Caribbean black? No. What heritage you got? What way of life do African Americans get? Right. Name it. Okay. You don't have one. You know what it is? You change with the times. Right. What if Cardi B paint her hair damn turquoise red tomorrow? There'll be some black girls out here with it. Right. Because you don't know who you are. You don't remember yourself. Right. Now give me that jump to Baruch chapter 4 and give me the last verse in that.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 37. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away.
Sent us away in slavery on ships, which is in the Bible. Read.
They come gathered together.
They doing what?
Gathered together.
That's the point of it. It's for the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes whom God called Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You from Benjamin, you from Judah. We come gathered together. Yeah. Right. We are so divided as a people. You know how we divided? Didn't all of us come from the west coast of Africa? Historically, Greek. Didn't all of us come from the west coast of Africa on a slave ship? Historically. So why in the hell do you call yourself West Indian? Why are you calling yourself African American? Right. Haitians call themselves Haitians. Right. We are divided as a people, and therefore we have been divided and we are conquered. Right.
Okay, so Okay, we know all of that. What is the bigger, like, where am I going? After I know who I am, what is gonna happen? Like, do you guys believe in heaven? Do you guys believe in hell?
Yeah, we believe in heaven and hell. Yes, definitely. Now this is the thing with black people. We are so impatient. You gotta find out who you are and what's required of you before you get to that point. Huh?
What is required?
I'm glad you asked. What is your race? You ain't remember who you are. Right. That's the first thing that's required. You are an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Right. See, that's right.
This is why we gotta build our people up.
I don't think you start saying.
No, I understand, but the thing is, we have got what you call it, democracy in our mind.
We're not going to heaven.
Huh?
If I strive to go to heaven, why does me being an Israelite matter?
Who is the kingdom of heaven for?
Right.
For anybody that accepts anyone that accepts Christ as their Savior.
I'm glad you said that. You know our Revelation.
Here we go.
Because what we have been taught by this white man right here, you might not even believe Jesus is white. You might know he was olive colored or he was brown skinned.
Right.
But what you do have in your mind when you see when this image was pushed on you, you have his theology.
Right.
That theology is that, oh, the kingdom of heaven is for everybody. That came from your oppressors.
That's right.
Read that Revelation. Let's see who the kingdom is for. 21 and verse 11. 10. Let's go to 10.
Revelation chapter 21, verse 10.
Bring it out.
And he carried me away in the spirit to a great... And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven.
So we're talking about the kingdom of heaven. That's what you asked about, right? Now read verse what you want. We get straight to the point. Verse 12. Here we go.
Verse 12.
New Testament too. After Jesus. Read.
And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and all the gates 12 angels.
Here we go, Bri. I'm asking the question. I'm asking the question because you asked, what does it mean? What is all of that for? Here we go. Read.
And names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes.
Hold on. You can't listen and talk at the same time. I don't know. So what we going over is what the kingdom of heaven is for. And who is for?
Right.
Read it.
Which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
So on the gates of the kingdom of heaven, it's got names.
Right.
And those names is what?
Of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
White man told you that the kingdom of heaven is for everybody, but God said it's only for 12 tribes.
That's right.
And you got to know what tribe you from in order to get through that gate, because Christ is not taking everybody back.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.